Welcome to the Live to 110 podcast. I'm your host, Wendy Myers, along with my co-host, Kate Behan of fitness-broad.com. Today, Kate and I are interviewing our dear friend, Deanna DellaCioppa, about her very inspiring weight loss. She's lost over 100 pounds, and we are going to talk about how she did it and how you can do it too. And Deanna is a singer-songwriter who just did a stint on America's Got Talent, and she was fantastic on the show. So I thought her story would be very inspiring to you listeners. So Kate, why don't you do our little disclaimer before we start?
Okay. Please keep in mind that this program is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease or health condition and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. The Live to 110 podcast is solely informational in nature. Please consult your healthcare practitioner before engaging in any treatment or exercise program we suggest on the show.
Well, I have another disclaimer. Kate, Deanna, and myself all used to live together. We used to all be roommates. So I apologize beforehand if we get a little raunchy on today's show.
Could happen.
Yeah, because actually my goal for today's show is to get an explicit rating in iTunes. So are you guys on board?
Let's do it.
Fuck it!
Everyone, I have a weight loss guide that I would love for you guys to download. I recently wrote an ebook called the Live to 110 by Weighing Less e-guide. So if you go on my site, live110.com, it is available to download for free. So just sign up for it on the homepage or the sidebar where you see the join the Live to 110 community. And the e-guide is a 33-page basic weight loss e-guide filled with science-backed tips from the latest research about diet and exercise and other tips about the causes of cravings and how to conquer them and how to reduce stress, which is a very important aspect of weight loss. And the e-guide will also help you to get started on your path to losing weight. And it's a primer for my book, When Diet and Exercise Are Not Enough, a step-by-step plan to eliminating your roadblocks to weight loss, which will be available hopefully in spring 2014. It's going a little bit slow. So Kate, have you read it yet?
Not yet.
No? Well, so not supportive. So anyways, well, let's get on with the show already. This is a really...
I don't know how to read.
This is true. She only looks good.
What about you, Deanna? Have you read it?
No, but I don't look as good as Kate, so whatever.
Well, I'm sure you guys will read it at some point. So it's really, really good. It's really good. I promise.
All right.
But
promise we will. Promise.
Thank you. But let's get on with the show. This is a really important show because so many people are struggling to lose weight, and many of them have a long way to go. Because it can seem hopeless to need to lose 100 pounds or more, but it can be done. And I thought I'd have my dear friend Deanna on the show to talk about her weight loss experience and how it can help motivate you. Because Deanna, she's very inspiring in her life and in her music. She attended the prestigious Berklee College of Music and is now an accomplished singer-songwriter. And she's still flying high from her performance at Radio City Music Hall on NBC's top-rated show this summer, which was season 8 of America's Got Talent. And she's written songs for Charlie Wilson, for Maya, Cassie, and Cody Simpson. And she's got a new single coming out with DJ Pauly D, Christina Milian, and Big Sean.
Are you serious?
Yeah, baby.
Oh my god, hilarious.
Oh,
So
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
And Deanna, she's also sang backgrounds for Celine Dion, for Justin Bieber, and Paula Abdul, just to name a few. So, Deanna, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, girl. So happy to be here with you and hopefully inspire some people to make it happen, you know?
Yeah, because, I'm really inspired by you because I'm just really blown away that you've lost 100 pounds so far. And so why don't you tell the listeners, a little bit about yourself and, what you're all about and what prompted you to, lose this weight?
That's like 20 munchies.
Munchie being Kate's rat dog that weighs about 10 pounds?
No, she weighs 5 pounds.
5 pounds. That's like 20 munchies. Yeah, well, how I did it was no munchies. How's that? No, I grew up in a very, very loving, big Italian, loud family who owned a restaurant. So food was, it was never portioned. My mother had, a husband and 2 kids and literally cooked for 15 every night. I'm not kidding. Kate has met my mother. She's crazy. She's over the top. Yeah. And, but she really did, not to blame her, but portion control was absolutely never talked about in my house. It was like, if you want thirds, have thirds. If you want fourths, have fourths. So I literally had an enormous appetite. Not that I ate crap. Oh, let me say shit since we're going for the X-rated thing today. Not that I ate shit, but I would just have a giant steak and a giant baked potato and half a bushel of broccoli. I mean, like, I would just eat like a man, like a grown man, and I was 17. And so I was always chubby, but I didn't really hit the bad chubbies until about probably college. I really kind of got out of hand. And then, not to go too in depth, but I went through just a really horrible time, really bad relationships. And again, I'm somebody who takes responsibility for everything that happened in my life, because you have the control. I believe that you have the control to do what you want to do. And I got out of control, and I just ate to suppress my depression and ate to suppress the pain that I was in. And I blew up to 310 pounds.
And how tall are you?
5'4", baby.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a size 22, and now I'm a size 12, 205 pounds. I have, today I actually just started a new program. Actually, the only program that I've been on through this whole journey. I've been doing it by myself the whole time, and we'll get into that. But today I'm starting a new program with a wellness coach that I know from New York, my friend Jenny Fujita. And basically she's just she said to me, listen, you've done great. 100 pounds, awesome. The last 40 to 50 are going to be the hardest. So let me just give you some tools and help you. And so she kind of gave me a program that's kind of based on intermittent fasting. You know about that, right?
Yes, yeah. Very, very effective.
Yeah, and she literally wants me to stop eating at 8 o'clock and not eat again until 12. In addition to really, really cutting down my diet, making it lean protein, green leafy vegetables pretty much, and lots of water with lemon and lots of oolong tea. No grains, no bread, no pasta, nothing. So
go straight up paleo, girl.
Yeah, paleo, like big time, and that's pretty much what she's toting. But and kick in here anytime you want. But for me, just to tell your listeners, what prompted me, I had essentially always been an active and healthy person. I would go to the doctor, 300, 280 pounds, and the doctor would be like, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, everything's cool, you're great, you're obese, you're morbidly obese, but you're healthy. And I'd be like, okay, great, awesome, see you next year. And I went a year ago, actually, it's going to be a year November 1st for me. In early October last year, I went to the doctor, and he looked at me and said, your cholesterol is 264. Mind you, your cholesterol is supposed to be under 200. And I said, and he said he wanted to put me on Lipitor.
Oh,
and
hell no.
Yeah. And I looked at him and said, not on your life. And he said, well, Deanna, you have one choice. You've got to work out, and you've got to change the way you eat immediately. You're headed for a heart attack. I'm just being real with you. And I was like, that's all I needed. It was so funny. It was like, it was just like the trigger that went off. And I feel this way about anything. I don't care if it's drinking, smoking, whatever addiction you have, food being mine, you have to make the change to, you have to make the decision to really make the change and be serious about it. You can't do it for 2 weeks. You can't do it till you hit a plateau. You have to literally say, I'm doing this. So I went to the gym. I signed up for boxing classes. I hiked. I did cardio bar, Bikram yoga. I changed it up every day because I realized that I'm the type of person that'll get bored if I do the same thing every day. And as your listeners know from listening to you, and you'll testify to this, your body gets used to the same workout. So you have to switch it up, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Okay, so I was doing something different every day. I was just giving myself little goals. I started on the elliptical 20 minutes. I thought I was going to die. I then got up to an hour on level 18, 20 being the highest level. Now I've just kicked it up to stair climber. And I started the stair climber. The stair climber the first day, I literally did 5 minutes and thought I was going to die. I'm not even kidding. The sweat was dripping off of me. I'm now up to 45 minutes. I started 2 weeks ago. I'm up to 45 minutes on the stair climber at level 9, which is really incredible. And I burn about, in that time, we'll burn about close to 700 calories.
Amazing.
In 45 minutes. But again, I started, okay, 5 minutes. Okay, now I just want to do 20. Okay, now I want to do 25. Now I want to do 30. And now I'm to 45 minutes. I'm praying and hoping I can get to an hour, but at this point it hasn't happened yet. But in terms of the food, so I did the working out, and I did it every day. I'm now addicted to working out. If I don't work out, I feel like crap. I don't take Saturday off. I don't take Sunday off. Every single day, something different. If I go to the gym, I try to add in weight training while I'm at the gym. So I'll do legs, I'll do back or biceps, whatever I have to do, I'll do weight training in addition to my cardio. And then the diet. I didn't go on a diet. I did about 5 meals a day, small, about the size of my fist. I broke them up over about 2 or 3 hours. Every 2 or 3 hours I would eat. And I didn't go on a diet, meaning I didn't limit myself. If I wanted a handful of Doritos, I had a handful of Doritos. Did I try not to do that? Yes, absolutely.
I had Doritos last night.
Yeah,
You know what? I did too. Ah! I admit it.
No, I did. I so did. Because, and I'll tell your listeners the reason why. I had some Cool Ranch Doritos last night because I knew that I was starting Jenny's program today that absolutely was going to limit me. I've never been limited in the year that I've been on my wellness program. But I knew I had to get serious about Jenny's program. She asked me for pictures. She asked me for measurements. She wants me to do them every week. She's going to expect results. She knows that the people on her program lose from 3 to 11 pounds a week on her program.
Wow.
So with that being said, if I lose a pound, she's going to know something's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, I think it's really interesting how we were used to be roommates and we're still in sync. That we all had Doritos last night.
We did.
I was PMSing, so I was like, I'm having some Doritos.
Yeah, no. But what I want to tell your listeners is though the 4 to 5 meals a day literally were mostly lean proteins, vegetables, and fruits. And if I did do any kind of carbs, it was farro, it was quinoa, it was like flaxseed bread. It was stuff that, and it was very limited. It wasn't giant portions of it. If I did pasta, it was wheat or rice pasta. No, what's the other pasta? Not wheat pasta. What's the other pasta?
There's rice pasta, quinoa pasta.
Yeah, I think it was a rice pasta that I would do. A brown rice pasta. Yeah, that was it, brown rice pasta. So I was still doing what I needed to do. But, if I went out with friends, yeah, I had 2 bites of cheesecake. I didn't eat the whole cheesecake. I'd be like, hey, let's get dessert and let's all split it 3 forks, 4 forks. So I tried not to limit myself. And I think that really helped. Did I have 4 to 5 small meals a day of cheesecake? No. I stuck to my veggies. And I have to tell everybody, I got this thing. You can get it anywhere. You can get one at Costco. You can get one at, I think I got mine at Ross. But it's a grill that covers 2 burners on your stove.
George Foreman?
No. It's literally just, it looks like a grill, and then the other side is a griddle. But I use the grill side. You put it over the 2 burners on your stove, and you've got an amazing grill in your house. Just throw your fan on high. And I literally was grilling chicken, salmon, all of my veggies, zucchini, asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, corn, you name it. But I have to tell you, you spray it with a little bit of Pam cooking oil, so it doesn't stick, and you throw whatever you want on there, marinated or not, and it's freaking delicious. So I just found ways like that entertained me. I know when I was on a diet, mind you, I want to tell everybody that I have lost 80 pounds twice before in my life. So losing weight for me is not the hard part. Going to the gym for me is not the hard part. The hard part is going to be maintaining my weight loss. And I'm telling all of my friends, and you two included, the minute you see me packing it back on, I need you to tell me, Deanna, get back on your program.
I'm going to bust out that whip.
No, I'm seriously. I want you to be like, boo, you're getting fat. What's up? Like, I want you to be mean to me. Kate, I need you to be like, bitch, get your ass to Soul Cycle. Like, whatever you need to do. I really do need my friends to help me because I've already done this twice before. I have to tell you, I don't want to do it a fourth time. I really don't.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that you used to, do long distance cycling on a bike, and then you would do a 600 calorie a day diet.
Yep.
It's hard to sustain that.
No. Let me tell you something. I used to live on 38th and Ditmars in Astoria, Queens, would ride my bike over the Queensboro Bridge to 14th Street in Manhattan, work out with a trainer for an hour doing weight training, then would do 45 minutes of cardio, then would get back on the bike and go back to the Queensboro Bridge, and was literally eating, and I'm not kidding, egg whites, chicken breast, broccoli, and asparagus every day. Oh, and my treat was a rice cake. I'm not kidding. And I only drank water. And I did that, and in 4 months lost 80 pounds.
Wow.
But I gained it all back plus because that was no way for me to eat. I realized I wasn't going to live for the rest of my life on grilled chicken and grilled broccoli. It was just not going to happen. So that's why this time around I said, okay.
Yeah, and that really illustrates the point that it has to be a lifestyle change. You can't do this diet and then go back to eating Doritos or whatever it is that you like. You can have it every once in a while, but you do have to do a consistent lifestyle change and really learn to love your veggies.
You do, and not only that, it's like I think people think I'm changing the way that I eat and it has to taste like crap. It doesn't. I make teriyaki salmon. It's mind-blowing. I make grilled chicken with this lemon garlic sauce that I get at Versailles, which is this incredible Cuban restaurant. They sell their marinade. I marinate my chicken in that. My veggies all have like chili spice on them and powder, like garlic salt. And, I use salt because I sweat so much that it's cool. But I'll use a dope Himalayan sea salt and ground black pepper and make it tasty. It doesn't have to be bland boiled chicken. This isn't your mother's diet from 1942. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with the invention and I don't know, the sudden rise of things like quinoa, which I never heard of till like 2 years ago, quinoa is incredible. Like, it's such a great source of fiber and protein. You make it, I throw, chopped up parsley and cucumbers and tomato and a little bit of feta cheese, and I make like a quinoa Greek salad, and it's amazing. Just fun little things, fun little diets, like technically diet food, but fun little recipes that make this wellness change. I try not to use the word diet, but make this wellness change in my life just tastier along the way. But the key has really been portion control, and the key has been the 4 to 5 meals a day.
Yeah, that can really kickstart your metabolism, keep your blood sugar even.
Heck yeah. Handful of almonds, whatever I need to do. I've got this great flaxseed bread that I use, and I'll get almond butter, and I'll throw some almond butter on that and like get a really, really dope organic preserve. That's like a dessert for me.
Yeah.
I'll use 1 piece of bread, a tablespoon of that peanut butter, and a little bit of that preserve, and it's like, oh my God, I'm having like, an apple pie with ice cream or something. It's like a dessert. And once you change the way you're eating, your taste buds literally will avoid, like, I can't do those sweet drinks at Starbucks. My system goes crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I had that same experience too. Like, now when I eat sugar, because you get more in touch with your body. I think when you start eating your healthier food and you realize how the other junk you used to eat really makes you feel sick. And now when I eat sugar, I just feel my adrenaline just soar, and I don't like that feeling. And I love hearing in your voice like how passionate you are about healthy food and excited you are about it.
Yeah.
Because just like both you and I are really excited about food and love food, you can fall in love with healthy food and get passionate about healthy food. You don't have to remain stuck in this thing eating fast food and unhealthy food and sugar and carbs. You can love healthy food and get passionate about it too.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where I am with it now. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm like, okay, I want those fries at In-N-Out. But, you know, again, my system, if I ordered the fries at In-N-Out once in 3 months, my system will allow me to eat like maybe a handful, and I'm sick. I'm like, I can't eat anymore. And that's the other thing. Like, my skin is clear. Go ahead and have anything fried. I'll break out instantly.
Yeah.
So it's so funny the effects that things have on your body. My friend Jenny today just broke down coffee to me because when she sent me her version of her diet that she wants me on, she said no coffee. And I said, okay, you're killing me. Of everything, that's killing me. And she's like, you know, she broke down to me that it makes you, and you know this, Wendy, it makes you very acidic and harder to lose fat, right?
Yeah.
And because I said to her, please explain to me why I can't have coffee. That's going to kill me. Because as we know, coffee is a bit of a appetite suppressant. It's a diuretic. And I mean, it just wakes me up in the morning. So now she's got me on oolong tea instead. I'm drinking green and oolong tea instead. I'm actually sipping a cup as we speak. She said, that's your replacement. It'll give you the caffeine you need, but it's a fat burner and it'll move your body. So it's like, okay.
That's right, because people do get off coffee. Like, you know, if some people have been drinking it for years, that I've gone on and off coffee myself, but most of my life I haven't drank it, and I was okay. You get natural energy, but you do have to deal with that little crash for a few days, but then you're fine. It's not that hard to get off it.
Yeah, it's not. It's just, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I'm so glad that I don't drink coffee and that I never have.
Yeah, it's, well, you know, my family, Kate's East Coast girl, my family mails me bags of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So Dunkin' Donuts coffee is incredible, and I have bags of it in my freezer. And it's just delicious, and it's like, it's so funny, you have a cup of it, and you're like, I'm back home. So now I'm going to just be, you know, this skinny, mean bitch over here that misses home, because I don't have coffee. Good deal.
And green tea coffee, or green tea is good too. That's very good for weight loss too.
Yeah, that's what I'm sipping right now. And Wendy, I want to mail you my before picture, because even though I'm kind of like, I'm not done with my journey, obviously, just so everybody knows too, I'm not doing a weight thing, meaning I'm obviously getting on the scale to see how much weight I'm losing, but I don't have a weight goal in mind. I have a size in mind. I'm a 12 right now. I started at a 22. I'm a 12. I actually got into a junior's dress the other day. I was very excited. And I bought that bitch because I couldn't believe that I fit into it. So, but my goal is that I have never, ever been in my adult life a size 8. So I'm figuring I have another 40 to 50 pounds to lose because, you know, like one size is about 10 pounds. And I'm a 12 now, so I figure 40 to 50 to lose to be a size 8. But my goal is a size 8 comfortable.
Is that your dogs?
Yeah, my dogs are going crazy upstairs. I'm a rescuer, everybody, and I love the pups, but the pups are upstairs freaking out. So
it's okay.
Yeah, but for me, a size 8 comfortable would make me really, really psyched, and it's just a personal goal. And I don't care if I weigh $160. I don't care if I weigh $170, because I might. I have a lot of muscle mass on me. I might be really toned and really hold it well, but I technically might be 160 at that point. But I want to be in a size 8. It's not a weight thing for me. I don't desire to be 115 pounds. I just want to be healthy for my height. I want to look in the mirror and be psyched about the way I look.
I'm excited for you to get to that weight. I mean, that will just be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and you girls have always known me heavy. I mean, FYI, where I am right now is what I weighed in college. I have not been the weight or the size that I am right now for about 14, 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But it's just when you make the commitment to do both, and you have to do both. You have to work out every day. You have to change the way that you eat. You have to regulate some things. You have to take some things out of your diet. For me, carbs are just danger. Sugar is just danger. And I try to really, really make sure that doesn't enter my mouth a lot.
Yeah, but it's good. You get to replace it with fat. Fat's more satiating. I guess a lot of people are trying to lose weight. They don't realize they can eat a lot of fat. They can eat, the egg yolks, and they can eat butter, and they can eat things and they don't contribute to weight gain like people think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, do you want a brownie? You want half a brownie, or do you want 3 strips of bacon? Mm-hmm. The bacon's actually better for you. Believe it or not, like the sugar and the carb and everything that's in that brownie. I mean, I don't know if you agree, Wendy, but I'll slice off the excess fat of it, but I'll have that frickin' bacon and call it a day before I have a brownie.
Bacon is very nutrient dense, and the brownie it's got nothing in it except empty carbs that it's going to make you gain weight.
So for me, it's like if you have the choice, it's funny if you ever play that game, which one's better for you. People might go, oh, half a brownie, over 3 slices of bacon, but technically the bacon is better. Dr. Atkins, he toted that. I did that for a while, that diet. And there's bad things about that diet, I think, too, but he was like, eat all the bacon you want, as long as you don't have a carb, you're good. So.
Yeah, I know. Paleo is just a high-class Atkins diet. That's all it is. It's just touting grass-fed meat rather than just what pepperoni sticks and factory farm meats, whatever kind of meat.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what it is, the play. And that's what she's gearing me is more of a paleo lifestyle, which is cool, and I'm willing to do to get this last 40 off, because I have in this journey hit plateaus for about a month and a half.
Yeah. Those can be so frustrating. How did you feel when you hit a plateau?
Oh, miserable. I mean, I literally cried. The first plateau I hit, I was like, okay, it's lasted 2 weeks. And then by week 3, I was just like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. And I actually had a friend of mine, he's built and ridiculous. And he was like, Deanna, take more water in. He's like, change up your workout, and he gave me a few things and they worked. Rather than do more weights at the gym, do less weights, more reps. That helped. And definitely the water, taking in more water. And then he did advise me, try to trim down your sugar even more and your carbs even more. And I did that, and I did get over the hump. And ironically, I got on the scale and lost like 6 pounds in a day.
Wow.
And got over the plateau hump and then started losing again. And, you guys know this too. About 4 months ago, I had surgery on my back.
Right.
And had a cyst removed from my spine. And the only thing I was
I thought it was removed from your booty hole.
No, my spine.
Oh, the base of your spine.
Yeah, base of my spine.
I was confused.
My booty hole. Oh, my God. Oh, are we on iTunes X-rated yet? No. But no. It was the base of my spine, and they couldn't biopsy it because of where it was. So they didn't even know if it was cancer. They didn't know what it was until they went in, and luckily it wasn't. But you have to understand that 4 months ago, my whole workout regimen got nailed because I couldn't do anything except elliptical. It hurt to sit because of where it was. So within 5 days, the doctor okayed me to go back because I told him, I'm going to kill myself if you don't let me go back to working out. I feel like a piece of shit. And he was like, okay, Deanna, all you can do is do the elliptical and just take it easy. I don't want you to rip your stitches out or whatever. So, your listeners have to understand too that I feel like I'm off course by about 4 months because I had to really scale back my working out. I couldn't do boxing. I couldn't do cardio bar. Couldn't do yoga. Hiking was even tough. Like long hikes they were hard. So, I really kind of threw myself off with, having the surgery, but I had to get the surgery done.
I really admire your determination.
Your Soul Cycle. What's your problem?
Babe, I couldn't do Soul Cycle. I couldn't sit. You scout psychopath. What?
Now, when are you coming?
Well, my ass can barely handle Soul Cycle.
I'm gonna come, Kate. I'm gonna come, okay?
Wendy came.
Yeah. Did you die, Wendy?
I didn't. I did the whole 45 minutes, and I was totally blown away that my vajayjay wasn't destroyed and my butt didn't hurt that bad, and I did it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Do it.
I'm going on Thursday again too. Get
Come
some
on down.
get some torture. Sign up for some torture.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. You know why? Because it's like I said, and I'm a giant advocate of this too. Like changing up your workout every day, that keeps you from getting bored, big time.
Yeah, that's really important because, you know, like you said, your body gets used to a certain workout and that's when people hit plateaus and they're like, what's going on? I'm working out 4 days a week doing cardio and it doesn't work.
Yeah, but if you're doing the same machine at the same level for the same amount of time, your body's going to go, oh, this again, yawn, I'm going to fall asleep. And that's exactly what happened. So I always switched up. Like I said, for me, it was, weekends I hiked. I did, a boxing training. Cardio bar is amazing. I don't know if people have that, if that's just an LA thing or what, but it's like ballet on a bar, but it's like a cardio version of it. You sweat your balls off. And when I do yoga, it's Bikram. And Bikram, you sweat your balls off.
Oh, yeah.
So it's amazing. And I used to think that yoga, here we go, X rating. I thought yoga was for pussies till the first day I did Bikram. And literally she was like, if you can just stay in the room and stay in Savasana, you've accomplished something. And I was like, this bitch crazy. And by the end of it, I was doing all the positions that I could never even get into and was doing them to like full execution. So my flexibility improved, my joints improved, everything improved.
Yeah, I can't do Bikram. I actually got booted from a class because I drank a sip of water. Because apparently you're not allowed to drink water during Bikram.
What? Oh, no. That is completely false. Wherever you went, they're psycho.
No, I went to Bikram. It wasn't Bikram teaching it, but I went to the original studio on La Cienega in LA.
Oh,
and
honey, I don't know. I used to go to one up in Encino, and they totally would let you drink water.
It was just weird. Like I went to a drink of water, and it's 106 degrees. Obviously, you need water. And the guy had like a little microphone on, and he announced, "Oh, excuse me, we don't drink during the poses." And I'm going, I'm fucking dying here, dude. I'm gonna have a heat stroke if I don't drink some water.
Right.
So I actually left. I didn't get booted. I voluntarily left.
You voluntarily, yeah. No. The one I go up to in Encino, they let you. I've yet to hear of a place. There's even one in Sherman Oaks. They let you drink water. So,
okay,
Katie, you ever heard of that?
No, I think that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
I never went back. I'll never do Bikram again.
Oh my God, that's insane. No, but that's kind of been the deal. I'll be excited to do this podcast again with you guys when I'm at my goal, and we'll be happier to show. Like I never did when I started this journey. I didn't do the photo. She literally made me get in a bra and panties and take pictures from the front, back, and side.
Oh.
And
you should send those, and I'll post them on the blog post.
I'm not gonna send those until I have the afters, because let me tell you, even after 100 pounds, taking those pictures today, it was painful. I was like, oh no, like this has to get better. So, but I do have one photo that I'll send you, Wendy, which is like my, what I'm using as my before, and there's an huge extreme difference, and I'm happy to send that to you.
Yeah, and just send like a recent photo of yourself too, just so that listeners can, just see what's going on. See how, if you put your mind to it, what you can accomplish.
Oh, no doubt.
And also just send a recent shot of your vagina.
Wow. My vagina is gorgeous. I'd be happy to share that with your listeners.
Because it's lost weight too, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Have you lost weight? Yes, I lost weight. Yeah, she's exceptional. You guys are such jerks.
But you know what? One thing is, I really admire your determination, because you said in the beginning of the podcast that you were, working, barely able to do 5 minutes, and you were just drenched in sweat. And then you hit plateaus, and you hit the surgery, and you hit all of these roadblocks, and most people would have stopped and given up. And, you just have so much determination, and that's what it takes. You have to get pissed off, and you have to get like this mindset that I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pick myself up and keep going.
Yeah, well, listen, at the same time, if anybody's out there that has, I would say 50 plus to lose, your best bet is 20-pound increments, because if you think about the whole kit caboodle, because between you and me, guys, I have 150 pounds to lose total, really, to be honest. And if I think about 150 pounds, I will lose my mind. I can't do that. What I did was like, okay, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. You know, here's my first goal is under 300 pounds. Okay, great, got that. My next goal is going to be 275. Okay, hit that. My next goal is 250. Okay, hit that. 225. Oh, hit that. Okay, 215. Hit that. Because if you think of the whole thing, you will go crazy and you will stop. Those people that have 30 pounds to lose, I'm actually like, shut the fuck up. Like, I just want to punch them in the face.
I know that's me. I've been trying to lose it for like a year and a half. I'm like, why can't I lose weight? 'Cause I'm not doing any cardio, so it's like, hello, shut up.
Yeah. No, but I mean, that's my thing. Is like, if somebody said to me, I have 30 pounds to lose, I'd be like, okay, well, we can do that in about 2 months if you put your mind to it. You know, the people that have, you know, like I said, 50 plus pounds to lose, that's a whole other can of soup, and I feel for them. And like I said, for me, it was literally 150 pounds.
So what is your drive? Like, how do you feel? What is driving you? What's making you get up every day and get on that Stairmaster or go for a hike and whatnot?
Well, first and foremost, let's start with, you know, I'm looking for some quality dick in my life. No, I'm kidding. God.
Ah!
X rating? Have we achieved it? I'm figuring the better I look, the more penis I'll get. So that's. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm kidding.
She's not kidding.
I'm really not. Shut up, Kate. You can attest to looking good gets you more penis, right?
I don't know.
Kate, has everybody seen Kate? If you haven't, I'm happy. And you know, Wendy, we should post Kate's twerk video from a couple weekends ago. I think that would get you a lot more listeners.
Yeah, I'll do it. I posted it on, it's on Deanna's Instagram of Kate twerking. Actually, teaching my daughter how to twerk, no less.
Yeah, your daughter, FYI, I don't know if it's a sign of the times or future concern, but your daughter was like, let me try, is exactly what she said.
Very good.
Yeah, but if you guys want to see that, my Twitter and my Instagram is Deanna Bomb Chica, Deanna Bomb, B-O-M-B, Chica, C-H-I-C-A. Please follow me. I always put up videos of Kate twerking. It's well worth the follow. But anyway, with that being said, besides penis...
And all those people that unfollowed you.
Yeah, oh my God, you wouldn't believe how many people unfollowed me after posting those. They were just like, oh my God. But no. I have to tell you, besides the fact that my cholesterol was 264 and my doctor literally looked at me and said, you know, essentially you're going to die, I have a family riddled with cancer, diabetes, heart disease, Graves' disease, thyroid disease. I mean, you name it, we have it. And I firmly believe, and, you know, I think that half of your health is genetic based and you have to work against your genetics. So genetically, I'm made to fail. Genetically, I'm supposed to be fat. I should have diabetes by now, and likely will die of cancer by the time I'm 50 if I didn't do something about myself. I mean, I lost 2 uncles within 6 months of each other from cancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have an uncle that had 2 triple bypasses already. And FYI, he's, you know, a pretty fit guy, not an overweight guy, which tells you that hereditarily our hearts are screwed up on my dad's side. Yeah. You know? So the motivation is, I knew that about my family, and not until I went to the doctor and they literally wanted to put me on a drug did I go, oh, it's right around the block for me. This is right around the corner for me. I'm going to have all this stuff too. And I've got to say, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, definitely the best endurance of my life. I just turned 40 and nobody thinks I look 40.
You don't.
Right. So people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, you know, I've never done a drug. I don't really drink. I get proper sleep. I've really been working out. I've really been eating right. I get facials. I use an organic skin line. I think it all helps.
Oh, yeah.
And that's that. You know, I don't get surgery. I don't get stuff done to me. I just am like, you know what? Let me take care of myself. And I think that it's shining through. I mean, my skin glows, my hair glows without chemicals and products and stuff like that. I'm eating really well. Yeah,
you're not eating all these like toxic edible food products. And I think I know that all these foods are what's contributing to, you know, your family getting heart disease and cancer and diabetes. It's toxic foods. It's grains, it's flour, it's industrial seed oils, it's trans fats. Because, you know...
Okay, what is that? Is that more of Kate's twerk music?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to play that.
It's okay.
That was Kate's twerk music.
But yeah, because like your family in Italy, they're not, you know, probably riddled with all these diseases. It's when the you know, people come over to the United States and start eating our edible food products, they get sick eventually after decades of consuming these foods.
Well, thank you for bringing that up, because my family literally is a case study. My father's 5 sisters live in Italy. 5 brothers live here in the U.S. The 5 brothers here are obese, have heart disease, have diabetes. Everybody in Italy, FYI people, they eat off of their farms. They almost never go to the store to buy anything. They get their meat from their farm, they get their eggs from their farm, they get their cheese, they make their own wine, all of their fruits and vegetables from their land. Nobody has any disease.
They make their own wine? That sounds like my kind of people.
They make their own wine, and none of them are overweight, and none of them have any issues. And my father's sisters are older than him, so they're in their early 60s.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a victim of your genetics. You can kick your genetics ass just by eating the proper foods, by eating the foods that were genetically designed to eat, which is not flour and sugar and industrial seed oils like canola oil and safflower and corn oil and all this garbage.
Right. Well, there you go. So we are literally, without even meaning to be a case study, because you know, right there it goes to show you. And again, my uncles here, some of them are a little heavier than they should be, but the one that had the triple bypass is not a heavy guy. Not a heavy guy. But he's here in the States now, eating the food from here, and there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to be overweight to have, you know, inflammation and toxins and heavy metals in your body that wreak havoc.
Right.
I would really like to see you, you know, once you know, do all this struggle with your, you know, the last of the few pounds you got to lose. I'd really love to see you get on a detox program to
I'm down.
To, you know, detox all these heavy metals and things. And, you know, people don't realize it really negatively impacts your metabolism. You know, they negatively, mercury and other things negatively impact your thyroid and adrenals, which set your metabolism. And they can be why people are struggling so much to lose weight. And it doesn't have to be that hard of a struggle. You just got to fix your metabolism. It can be corrected and fixed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like I said, I feel like I'm a testimony to it. So, you know, I'm happy. There's lots of things that I want to do once I reach my goal. I wanna really. I know you're gonna fight me on this, Wendy. I don't wanna be a vegan, but I do want to try to limit at least the dairy products that I'm bringing into my system. Like I definitely want to stick to like lean fish and lean chicken.
You're not going to fight for me. I think a lot of people have, you know, sensitivities to dairy, and it can, you know, promote weight gain and resistant weight loss.
Right. I mean, I just want to try to do, you know, less animal overall, if I can.
Yeah. Yeah, it can help. You know, I think people have to play around with it and see what works for them. But a lot of people that are having trouble losing weight, the dairy and gluten got to go. And you just kind of see where you're at, you know.
Right. Exactly. I mean, so for me, when I get my goal, I want to add, you know, more of the quinoa and more stuff like that. That'll give me protein, you know, tofu based stuff. If I can, like I said, I'm unfortunately the vegetarian vegan that can't give up sushi. Albacore sashimi, I just love it. So, you know, I don't think I'll ever be able to say no to meat forever, but just being an animal advocate and loving the doggies and the kitties and all that, it kind of breaks my heart a little. So, you know. Just for me, as much as I can, and I will sit down with you and talk about the detox. On top of that, I will sit down with you and say, okay, Wendy, I want to eat less of this kind of stuff. What can I then, you know, satiate my diet with to make sure that I'm getting proper, you know, the proper nutrients. Oh, and the other thing too, when I started this journey, I am on prenatal vitamins, not because I'm trying to get pregnant, just because. That I'm on a multivitamin. I'm on prenatal vitamins. I'm on vitamin D, iron, zinc, calcium, And I also take something called BioSil, which is
I know that. Skin
yeah, it's like really good for your hair and your nails and all that kind of stuff. So I am also through all of this, and I highly encourage it, making sure that you have a really, really, really good vitamin regimen that you take every day.
Absolutely, because I think a lot of people don't realize that the underlying cause of obesity is malnutrition.
Right.
It really is true, because when you have malnutrition, it'll promote inflammation, it'll promote low thyroid function and low adrenal function and all these things that undermine your metabolism. And
exactly.
then it makes you, if you have malnutrition, you crave more food and you eat and eat and eat. Your body's driving you to eat biologically, and no amount of willpower can overcome that. It's your body's craving food to get you to eat those nutrients. And when you're eating empty calories all day long, which a lot of overweight people are, they're eating lots of grains and, just non-nutrient dense foods, and you're just in this vicious cycle.
Oh, and FYI too, water with lemon, water. Like, I can't even tell you that's a huge appetite suppressant, flushes you out, just overall, like a purified water system in your house, whatever you can do. Water has been a huge key to, like we were talking about, cutting back on the coffee and cutting back on something that I love so much, my diet soda, that is just so bad. So water's a big thing that I have to drive home. Try to drink as much of it as I can every day.
That's great. I mean, so how do you feel now that you've lost 100 pounds? How does that just feel when you wake up in the morning?
If I didn't lose another pound, I would be like, I'm happy and could live my life the way I am right now. I feel great. I'm lucky that I'm a woman who has a very curvy body. So even though, if I told somebody, I'm 205 pounds right now, they'd be like, ooh, sheesh. But the response that I usually get is, you don't look like you're 205 pounds, because I carry it well. I got a booty, I got some boobs, I have a small waist, so I'm very curvaceous, and it looks good on me. I'm lucky that I'm not one of those women that carry it all in their bottom half or all in their stomach. I mean, we've seen those people that carry it all in their mid, and then they have skinny legs. I'm lucky that I'm proportioned. So for me, even at 205 pounds, it's like, I feel great, and I feel like if I didn't lose another pound, I'd be okay. I feel amazing. And again, I just went hiking with my family in Utah, and I was at the head of the pack, and my dad was like, wow. He was like, you're kicking everybody's ass today. I wasn't panting. I wasn't sweating. I did this huge apex in Utah, and my dad, who's usually the fit one, was lagging behind. You know what I'm saying? And
your makeup was still perfect.
And my makeup was perfect, and I popped it for a real one at the top of the mountain. But anyway, I twerked in Kate's honor. But I really... Did nobody catch what I just said? I said I popped it for a real one at the top of the mountain. No? It's just a little Drake reference there for everybody. Was that Drake or Lil Wayne? I don't even know. Anyway,
I think it's
Lil Wayne. Okay. All that to say, I feel awesome, but I have to tell you guys that I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited for the next 40, and it's mid-October, November, December. I feel like I'm going to be at my goal. I'm going to be a lot closer to my goal by New Year's Day, which is really my goal. But even if it takes me to beginning of February, mid-February, I'm confident to say that I feel like I will comfortably be in a bikini by next summer, which, FYI, have never worn a bikini in my life either.
Really?
Never ever.
I want to see this momentous event. Pop some Cristal.
Absolutely, we'll be popping it on in Malibu somewhere. But yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's more to this journey, and I'm happy and excited to check in with you guys. When I put those size 8 pants on, and we can come back and show the listeners that I didn't give up, and you actually you caught me about 3/4 of the way through, so we have another quarter to go.
That's amazing. Well, Deanna, thank you so much for being on the show. And why don't you tell the listeners, actually I forgot to ask you about America's Got Talent. So
Yeah.
what did you start to lose this weight in anticipation of being on the show?
Oh, no, not at all. I was already, I auditioned for the show in February of last year. So at that point, I was already November, December, January, February. I was already 4 months in and told them when I went to my audition, hey, I'm down like 50 pounds. And it was ironic. They never really used that as my storyline. They cared more about the fact that, you know, I was 40 and never gave up on my dream. I was a dog rescuer. It was funny, though, because people that saw my first audition in New Orleans for the judges in March then saw me in June in Vegas, and then saw me in August in the Radio City live rounds. Were like, wow, you've lost a lot of weight since you started. And I was like, yeah, I mean, because at that point, I mean, by March, I was probably down about 60 pounds. By June, I was down probably another 75. And then I probably lost the last 25 that last couple of months. So 100 pounds total by the time I had gotten to Radio City. So yeah, I mean, the journey, it was a great show. It was great to be on. It was the top rated show on NBC. And I got to sing at Radio City Music Hall and made it to the quarter semifinals, which was pretty epic. And I made some great friends along the way. But my weight loss had nothing to do with being on the show. That was something that I had already decided to do and was, you know, on my way.
That's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit, you know, more about you and where they can find you?
Okay, well, I mean, I'm a singer and a songwriter here in LA. Actually working on a pretty fantastic kids project, animation project that I'm developing that I created myself for kids. So that's really exciting me as well. But my Instagram and my Twitter is Deanna Bomb Chica, Deanna Bomb Bomb. Chica, Chica. Please follow me. I put my progress up on Twitter and on Instagram with pictures, food, meals that I'm making, recipes, all that kind of stuff up on my Instagram, inspirational things. And then from there, you can find my Facebook fan page. I'm unfortunately maxed out on Facebook for friends, but I do have like a artist page. And you know, from there and just, you know, communicating with me, you know, I can get you to my YouTube and all my other things, my Reverb Nation and all that kind of stuff, because I have music everywhere. My YouTube is actually youtube.com/Deanna Sings if you're interested in seeing some videos. But I try to put videos up every few weeks, covers, originals. And again, my whole platform is inspirational, not only weight loss, but just, you know, I was a very heavy woman who had no self-worth, didn't believe that she was beautiful, didn't believe that she was worthy, and I've been through a lot of crap because of it. So I am really coming into my own and accepting my beauty. I wish I could have accepted my beauty at 305 pounds, but I didn't. I'm accepting myself now more and working on it more. So I'm just a very big advocate for especially young girls to just love yourself the way you are. If you want to make a change, make the change. But make sure it's a healthy change and it's doing it for the right reasons, not doing it for some guy, not doing it, you know, because you want to look like the magazine covers. Those magazine covers are airbrushed and edited and hours of hair and makeup. You know, please don't compare yourself to a magazine cover. Try to embrace yourself and love yourself. And if there's changes that you want to make, like I wanted to make in myself, do them the healthy, smart way. Not, you know, I'm going to go take this diet pill from China that, you know, is going to then give me leukemia or something, you know. do it the right way, and make the changes and make yourself feel better. But, you know, just really big on inspiring and being on a real, like, self-love platform.
Yeah, well, Deanna, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm really happy that you agreed to come on the show and talk about your very personal weight loss story.
Thanks.
Because, you know, I've never seen you this thin, and I'm so excited to see where the rest of your journey takes you.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Love
And if any of you listeners are interested in more information on how to lose weight, you can, of course, download my free weight loss guide and read also more than 25 blog posts I have about weight loss on live-to110.com. And I also specialize as a health coach in weight loss, so I'm here for you if you need more personal support. So thanks, listeners, for tuning in. And remember, the time to be thinking about your health is while you still enjoy it, not waiting until you get sick. So thank you so much for listening to the Live to 110 podcast. And if you want to learn more about health, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at I Will Live to 110. And I'm also on YouTube at Wendy Live to 110. Some jerk took Live to 110 and is not using it. So I came up with Wendy Live to 110. So original. And I can't change that now, so I'm stuck with it. And I have lots of super boring, unprofessional videos over there, so go check those out. And I'm also on Instagram and Pinterest at Live to 110. And Kate, what are your social media?
My Twitter is cbehan, my last name, and my Instagram is Kate Beee.
Bee.
Yeah, and that's it, I think.
Yeah, well, everyone, go check out our websites. Kate can be found at fitness-broad.com, and I'm at live-to110.com. And if you like what you heard on the show today, please give the Live to 110 podcast a nice review and rating in iTunes. Thank you. Sayonara.